to talk.
No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be coolin' out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Spieth at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class.
And one. You guys scooping? If I'm done with this Madden game by then. Don't you start barking! What are you doing? What you whining for?
Don't be the lame that play superhero, cause that'd be the good way to lose your dental. Tooth and dental, all incidental. Head banging on a too fresh instrumental. Not back to back where we go dumb, yo. Face all stuck like 100 dumb checks. Bad in the city like it's bad brains in me with my face off. Little homie. Oh, what? Oh, it just goes out like that? Nah. Settle down, won't you say? Settle down, I'm in a black car, racing through the incoming lane, so insane. Yeah. Settle down, won't you say? Settle down. I'm in a black car, racing through the incoming lane, so insane. It's not a game. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one. between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time.
I hope I don't get fucked up my first game
All
in
right,
this.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. 22 minutes.
Jim, get the fuck out of here.
It's time to dance.
Go.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former #2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And one of the few knocks on him coming out of North Carolina.
Choose your next words wisely.
Experience, just 13 starts in college. But he works so hard at making up for that lost time. He loves the game, crazy about the film room, and guys just naturally gravitate towards him. I think he's got a chance to be an excellent leader and player.
Oh, the Texan Stadium looks so fucking
Looking to
weird.
throw Trubisky on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Shit's up. What the fuck?
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands.
Plus 16 release.
A lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in
What
the middle
the
of the field where you
fuck,
can make a play on the
Desmond
football.
King?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky.
Let's go. Who is that?
He's
Merciless?
taken down. Whitney Merciless.
What's up, Trubisky?
Able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Well, they were
Ryan's
second
there.
long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Looking left side.
Damn,
he's got
Byron
a
Murphy's
man.
fast as
That's
shit.
right. And they'll bring him down here up at about the
Zach's there, too?
22-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
What?
And on the ground they go.
Oh, when he got mad that we went to his house.
Went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson, being chased out left. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down.
He was mad as fuck
Getting this
that day.
inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a play fake here.
He's stealing your quarters.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
We should have told him that day.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him.
Holy shit, DeAndre Hopkins is a fucking cheat code.
DeAndre Hopkins, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the
high
highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Oh my God, Hudson, you fucking suck, dude.
Something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 7 a couple.
I say 100th sack.
Really illustrate how difficult
JJ
it is
Watt
to game
ball.
plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, there's 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
Oh my God, Desmond King's a fucking bomb.
Emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker,
That was a horrible
this is
trade.
the result every time.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get
In the
up.
morning, my
Boy,
corners
now
are
what you
just
wanna see in quarter 1 of the
ass
year.
juice.
We'll be back. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky.
Oh, let's go.
wants the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
Let's go! Clowney back-to-back plays.
Davian Clowney in there to pick up his second sack.
We
now
fucking
of the
playing,
afternoon.
man.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he...
What? Well, I'll be back. Yeah, well, I work now at 4, so probably not doing shit.
He's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Space to run past the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run.
Fuck
no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Now Watson, the quick slant. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Gotta go.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. An injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Well, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Benjamin with it in the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it.
My dude's head. You even try to get it.
There on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Trubisky to throw. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly. And now out comes Houston. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Richmond.
And they'll run it here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2. Now third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now throwing up down there, but he cannot connect. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense. When he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. On the run, it's Ware. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Trubisky on first down. Room here to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. On first down, Trubisky. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Trubisky. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run now with Ware. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And Hauschka's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on Open. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And now running right through it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he floated one out there incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, no credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Rolling to his right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And a shot taken.
He didn't catch that?
Down, unsuccessful.
What?
Fourth down now. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And McManus able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the three.
And they'll be, happy taking the three. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like...
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting
What
12 to
the
16.
fuck
I
is
think in the
up
second
with
half, you're really
this
scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4... you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Benjamin's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Completes it to Benjamin. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and not the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
He'll get it up the middle. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. it's Trubisky. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On the ground, this is Ware. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Spencer Ware taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears cut into that lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. The return man is Graham. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They run again with Ware. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Mercilus in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores, That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces a little bit longer as this one goes. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way we get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Don't you have to drive right by there for work?
Yeah, but how long does it take to fill out an application?
Here's a carry for the former starter. This is Lamar Miller.
What? It's on a little tiny index card.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up
You just write down your name, your phone number, and what days you can come in, really. And what places you've worked at. Literally the whole application.
Is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
What time do you work till?
Miller, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend.
So just come in after you work or whatever.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time.
Yeah.
Looking at week 1.
I'll probably still be there at 10.
This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, those levels where they can
Billy,
hit you with it. Sometimes
what town are you in?
Corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The first one.
Valentine?
I didn't really play it at all yesterday.
Quick slam, but that's good enough for a first.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimum gain.
Now Trubisky.
You're in Valentine.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there.
Unless you're still in the snow.
He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the ball.
Let's go, Clowney. 3 sacks. Let's fucking go.
Getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now
Why is
That's
my
a
bounty
defeated team out there. I
$100?
think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now out comes Houston. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me throw you to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
What the fuck, Watson?
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase.
Threw that shit right at the
playing
ground.
this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Quick move by Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. First down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way over and the connection.
It's complete to Fuller. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that.
What the fuck?
Run the ball and run the clock out.
The line is so
Loss of a
bad.
yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Houston, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be